afternoon, guys. My name is Joe Perillo, and I'm from Youthville, Long Island, out here in New York. What we're going to talk about here with our portion is when we started looking at graduates and keeping in touch with our students once they completed the program and went out into the quote-unquote real world, we had to figure out the best way to keep in touch with everybody.
As you're coming on, make sure that you're joining us in our poll up on the top right-hand corner. What social media sites are you currently using to post your follow-up? So welcome Kim and Judy, Wayne, Angela, and Pam. Folks are coming on fast and furious. Pam, David, Cindy, Christy.
All right, great. And just so you know, Mary, this is Brian. Folks should be also unmuted on the phone.
Thanks, Brian. Again, my name is Mary McCrae. I'm a coach with Youth Build USA in the Department of Labor, and I will be helping to facilitate breakout room number 2, which is the room that you're all in. So our first discussion topic question is thinking of your organization's follow-up procedures. What are your biggest frustrations? And we'll throw it open to the room here. So either type in some discussion or somebody please chime in from the phone.
I would just say, this is Kim from Michigan. In the last grant we managed, when I think about my biggest frustration in the follow-up procedures was literally having a wonderful plan lined up with a participant and having them on board doing all the legwork and finding out the very next day that they didn't follow through with the one thing they were supposed to do.
Kim, this is Mary. Do you have the ability to do some follow-up that would be more inclusive of some social media so that you can do some more communicating through folks online?
Yes, and in fact, we're going to. I watched the video yesterday, and our staff is now going to be trained on social media.
So, folks, have any thoughts about kind of how to utilize and deal with some of the frustration around trying to keep in touch with young people?
Hi, this is Christy. I would just be interested in hearing what incentives the other programs offer. We finally, just because of the major frustration of not being able to keep the kids willing to stay in contact with us. I mean, we don't use Facebook or anything as of yet. We're hoping that we'll go that direction. I think it would be great. But I mean, we're very thorough with following up with phone calls and going and making face-to-face visits. But some of these kids they get out in the world and they just don't want to be bothered. And so we finally started giving incentives with Walmart gift cards. And that helped, but I'd be interested in hearing some other incentives that other programs use.
This is Youthville, Louisville, and we have done things like a picnic or a Halloween party or doing something like that, and it's a lot of fun, but we tend to get the people that we would have expected to come in. So that's the hard thing, but it keeps them connected, it keeps them involved, it keeps them knowing that we care. So I think there's still a lot of reasons to do it, but it still doesn't help us get those hard-to-reach people.
It really did make a difference when we started using the gift cards for our program. And, again, we're in Texas, and our kids come from all corners of our state. So it's not really feasible for us to hold, like, a Halloween party or something, a picnic, because they're coming from everywhere. So the incentive gift cards has made a difference for us. Unfortunately, we didn't really get onto that program until the end of our program. But, it definitely has helped if there's somebody else, experiencing the same issue with their program.
Mandy, can you talk a little bit about how you might be using AmeriCorps as one of those incentives?
Well, one of the things with AmeriCorps, the Education Award is a little bit difficult to use. So it does make it so that they outreach to us to get advice on how to use their Ed Award and how to connect to the college. We also try to do a friendly handover to the college. In addition, with AmeriCorps, there's a 1-year follow-up requirement as well, so they get extra incentives for providing proof of employment and follow-up.
Excuse me, but what do you all mean by friendly handover to the college? It's interesting.
So we work directly with the college advisory, and we have a number of them on our board, so that we're taking them to someone who knows who we are and knows that we're a resource if that student is falling behind or needs something.
This is Kim from Michigan again. One of the things we're trying, I'm thinking about the frustrations of what's happened in the past, and I'm sure everyone's experienced that. You have them all enrolled in school, and you think everything's great, and then the next thing you find out is they're not going anymore, or they got upset or angry, or something didn't work out in a job and they quit.
And we are closing today's breakout room. Paul, if you would, go ahead. I'm unmuting your line now. If you would, let us know what happened in breakout room 1. I'm actually going to bring up the flip chart that you've had up. So whenever you're ready, Paul.
Great. Hi, everyone. We had a great discussion. We started talking first and foremost about Facebook because we were lucky enough to have Joe Perillo.